Aloha. Tell you what, I'm waiting for you to contact me, but I know what the video is going to be about today, so I'm just going to do the lesson right here until I hear you ding into the Zoom room. If you don't ding into the Zoom, that's okay too. Here's the video that we're going to cover. So last week we were talking about doing spider exercises again. Now these aren't supposed to be something you don't want to do. They're supposed to be something you want to do. So when we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I put my thumb on the string that I just did so I don't hit it accidentally, and it gives me a good idea of how far away the other string is. When we get to playing exercises, we'll do stuff like G, C, G, E, G, A. To get that really cool kind of motion. And then we subdivide those maybe like... Or we do them backwards. So on and so forth. So the idea is if we know how to use our thumb in the beginning, that's great, but let's work on using these fingers. Eventually we'll turn it to thumb, first finger, second finger, and third finger. So when we're playing like, all the fingers actually are working together. Fun? And really slowly it goes. No matter how I do it, it always sounds good. Because we practice on just the rhythm technique. So if you hit something and it's within the chord, it's going to be great for us. So the idea is, once we know our C major, our D minor, C major, D minor, our E minor, or heck, even a G with an E bass, E minor, our F major, our G major, A minor, our B minor, and then our B diminished. Just to know the B minor is an extension of the A is good because it leads us into doing D major, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, which looks exactly like our B sharp, our B diminished, just scooched up in bar chord. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in the lesson exercise over the keys of D major. It's just one whole step up, but it actually has two sharps. We talked about how C major has no sharps. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. They're all natural notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We talked about how we don't go to H. It just keeps going and going and going and going. So the idea is when we go to D, so C is an open, C sharp is at the first fret, and D is our first finger on the second fret, it changes where our spideys are, does it not? We now have it from 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how the reason why I teach the spidey exercises is to keep us centrally located where we're supposed to play? When we played C major, it didn't much make sense that we're playing the open notes. C is open, so it's no fingers. The second note is second finger because it feels comfortable. The third note is open because we use no fingers. The first note we put on the first fret is the F. Then we have the G. The reason why we don't do a jump is because it feels more comfortable due to the spideys. So the same thing for our fingers happen in the key of D major. D on the C string at the second fret, skip a finger, go to the E at the fourth fret on that same string, D, E, and now we know E here is the same one from your E minor playing a G, or the open E playing those as being like, am I in tune? Great. So when we play our D major, either way, with the high note and the bar, or just the bar leaving the A open, we go to our E minor. You can play the bar chord as well, formed off of the D minor, and then up a whole step in bar, E minor, or here, as we said. After our E, we can't just play an F because in the key of D, our minor third is not a F, it's an F sharp. So the reason why we do the spider exercises is to scoot that F up and then bar the notes we need. So if we were going to be doing an F major, we'd be doing an F major to an F minor, right? And then we would scoot that up. And now see how the note that I need, the C sharp, I don't have a finger for. So if I do that same thing and I do it with my third positioning, I scoot that up. I'm playing right here, put that up again, and then I've got both of my fingers to drop back down here to play my minor shape, which gives me this. this. Or you could just take a B diminished, move it horizontally, and then put your pinky up on the C sharp. C sharp up top, though, isn't really needed to make the chord work. It just sounds great because it's the higher C sharp than the lower C sharp with your first fingers on. So D major, E minor, F sharp minor, the G major you and I know and love. We're going to play an A major as the major fifth. When we go to our minor sixth, it's the B minor. So the B minor has all the notes in the D major, which is why when you bar the second fret and you get that top note, which should have been an A for the D major, it becomes a B minor 7. So the relative notes are very, very close. And then the last one we need to know is that C sharp diminished. Now, C sharp diminished is nothing more than an A7. And it resolves to D. Now watch it all in action here. D major with the A open, E minor, F sharp minor, looks like a B diminished or a G7, and it goes over here, starts with the C sharp, boom, boom, and then bing, F sharp minor. G major that we know and love, we could play the F and go up a whole step and bar for the G, or play this right here. And then our A major is going to be the first finger on the C sharp. Looks like an F major, but it's one down here. The E and the A are going to be open. You're going to be playing the C sharp and the A note with the E and the A. We're going to scoot our third finger up to the fourth fret and bar the second fret for a B minor. And then we're going to drop our finger back to the A major, which is the fifth, but then we're going to get rid of the two notes which make it an A major 7, and we're going to make an A dominant 7. That's going to be our C sharp diminished. And then it resolves to D. D, E, F, G, A, B, C sharp diminished, D. Awesomeness. The notes that are correlating with that are D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Notice how all the notes that I played are just half step or whole step away from in that scale. Whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So our major chord, no matter where it goes in our major scale, is always going to be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And we do that with a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. When we play progressions that are in the songs we like somewhere over the rainbow, sky song. When we do that, that is in the key of C major. We would say C is the 1, C, D, E, F, G, G is the 5, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A is the 6th. So we have a basic language, and we're going to work on writing some songs together or playing some music that you dig. All right? I also want to get a book out to you so we can start a little sight reading exercises, and we'll do that next week. Hopefully, I'll be able to chit-chat with your mom this week. Other than that, I really hope you have a great week, brother, and I will see you soon and talk to you later. Aloha.